hope you're having a great day. Today I want to talk about one tip that I've spoken about before many times, because one of the most frequently asked questions is, how do you lose excess belly fat? How do you lose stubborn fat from across the body? People try fat diets, they starve themselves, then they binge eat after a while, they limit macros, they miss out on micronutrients, they over-exercise, they start doing crazy things. But there are many simple, inexpensive ways to lose fat and keep it off the right way. Of course, if you keep overeating, if you're greedy all the time, you keep doing excess sugar, you already know what you need to change in your lifestyle. But when it comes to burning fat, metabolism, metabolic rate, metabolic fire is the answer. The quickest and simplest way to do it, that most of us can. Maybe some people can't do this because of different physical issues that they may have, but most of us can, is build muscle. There are many things, but building muscle is the most effective. Now, the moment you hear this, build muscle, people immediately get fearful. They think they need to go to a gym, lift heavy weights. They think about trainers pushing them with protein shakes and all of that. These are all stories in your mind. You've heard someone else's story or you've experienced it and you've given yourself a verdict and you've labeled it as something that's bad. Building muscle is the most effective thing for losing fat, not just for that, for living longer, for improving the strength of your bones, your metabolic rate, your hair, your skin, everything revolves around the amount of muscle you have. Now, the second thing people think is they need to get big muscle. I'm not talking about big muscle. You don't have to get buff. You don't have to get ripped. You need to build lean muscle. How do you build lean muscle? It's simple. Like I said, you can use your body weight. Today you do 10 push-ups. Now your muscles get used to 10 push-ups, so you start to do 12. Now that gets easy. Now you put progressive overload, which means you increase the reps. You go from 12 to 13 or 13 to 14, and then from 1 set to 2 sets, from 2 sets to 3 sets. There are different ways to increase the progressive overload. If you're lifting dumbbells, it may be 2 pounds, then you go to 4 pounds, then you go to 8 pounds, progressive. You will build lean muscle. The important part to understand is you can use your body weight. You can use weights in a gym or weights at home. You can use resistance bands. You can use TheraBands. You can use ropes. There are so many ways to build muscle. You can do freehand exercises. Like I said, body weight. You could do squats at home. You could do lunges. You can do push-ups. You could put up a bar and do pull-ups. Whatever suits you. For our patients across the world who are unfortunately in a wheelchair, even then they can build muscle because there are exercises that you can do in a wheelchair. There are exercises that you can do even if you're bedridden. Any muscle, any exercise that challenges your muscle will allow for that muscle to grow. So the point is, please understand, the more muscle you have, the higher your metabolic rate. What does this mean? Okay, what does this mean? We want our metabolic fire to work for us. When we're on a holiday, that weekend where we ate a little bit more, when we enjoy our treats, when we enjoy our desserts, we don't want to live in fear. We don't want to live in guilt that every time you have a dessert, you feel guilty or you feel fearful. Most people have a very poor relationship with food. They've made sugar their enemy, fat the enemy, processed food the enemy. Your lifestyle is your biggest enemy. All of this exists around you. It's your job to be mindful. When can I indulge in a dessert? Okay, I've had a great week. I've built muscle. I've worked out. I deserve it. You've been sitting all day, sitting all week, watching television. Maybe you don't deserve it then. It's up to us to choose. We can blame the world around and say there's so much temptation. Yes, there is temptation, not just in food. There's lustful temptation. There's temptation with drugs, alcohol. It is up to us. It is our responsibility to ground ourselves. So coming back to this, build muscle. How many times a week? Start off with once a week. Do a full body workout. Then do twice a week. Monday you do upper body, maybe Thursday you do lower body. Then you can do thrice a week as well, different body parts. It is up to you. Engage in exercises that build muscle. One myth that we need to break right now, people think more cardio equals more fat loss. That is the biggest lie ever. Cardio, running, elliptical cycle, all of that is great for your VO2 max, for your cardio lung capacity. It's great. It's a great exercise, but it is not going to help you burn fat. Building muscle is going to help you burn fat. So different athletes for their games or different runners will use a different sport and exercise according to what they're training for. But if you are stuck with stubborn fat, belly fat, a lot of fat, primarily most of your program should revolve around building muscle and maybe 1 or 2 days of cardio. It shouldn't be the other way around, where people are doing 7 days of cardio in a week. Useless. You would have found out it's useless by now yourself. You're not getting results. You may be losing weight on the scale, but you're not dropping fat percentage. You're not losing inches. So the most important thing, you can be anyone out there. I have a lady at the age of 83 who's lifting weights. I have a man at the age of 92 who's lifting weights every day in their capacity. But they're doing it. What does this show us? Possibility. Possibility. I have people with one leg working out their body. I have people with one hand working out with weights. It is possible. We've only put restrictions and obstacles in our mind. You've got to break them down and start. The beauty of lifting weights or your own body weight is how you feel after that. We all feel great after a run or a jog. Try doing about 30 to 45 minutes of lifting weights or your body weight. You feel amazing. Amazing. It's great for our endorphins. It's great as an anaerobic exercise. And like I said, you could be anyone. Just try it. Break all the preconceived notions that you have in your mind. You can do yoga, you can dance, you can walk, you can swim, all of that, but also build muscle. You must also build muscle. That equals longevity. And then you can build muscles the wrong way too, pump yourself up with testosterone, anabolic steroids and all of that stuff. We're not choosing that path. We're not talking about that path. There's the right way to do it and there's the wrong way to do it. The right way to do it is by challenging your own muscle. Remember, muscle grows bigger and stronger when we use it repeatedly over and over again. So the more we use it, the more progressive overload we put on a muscle, it'll start to grow. It's as simple as that. So break your preconceived notions and start building a little bit of muscle. It's fun. Your overall musculoskeletal system improves, your posture improves, you feel good, your self-confidence goes up. There are so many benefits of building muscle, but primarily if you're struggling with fat loss, the first thing that you got to do is build muscle. I know I said I was speaking about just one point today, but I'm going to throw in the second point, which is sleep. If you are sleep deprived, it is literally impossible for you to lose body fat. Literally impossible. The science is real. You need to sleep deep in order to improve your metabolism and the ability of your body to burn fat. So your sleep is important, your diet is important, your stress levels is important, and building muscle is also important. Have a great day, everyone. Until next time, eat smart, move more, sleep right, breathe deep. And remember, you care is all about you.